Yes, hello. My name is Michael Lichtenberg from Arnsberg Vascular Center. It's a pleasure to be here and thank you today for the invitation. I would like to talk about safe drug coating technology and would like to highlight on the technology of the Cardionovum drug-eluting balloon technology. So what is an ideal drug-coated balloon? First of all, we need, and you remember the current discussion about safety. Safety means, especially for interventionists, no particle release with risk of distal embolization. We all know, especially in the first generation of drug-coated balloons, of washout of drug-coated balloon microparticles, which occluded the microvascular bed and caused a lot of problems. So this is one of the most important safety issues, I think, for interventionists. On the other hand, we need to talk about efficacy. So we need to have a very good anti-proliferative drug. The drug retention must be perfect with a reduced washout. And of course, we need an optimal drug delivery in the target vessel to have the most potent anti-restenotic effect. And of course, we want to have a very easy to use technology. So a typical drug-coated balloon consists of different components. First of all, the platform itself, typical balloon catheters, we all know that. The drug itself, we are talking about paclitaxel, is to prevent restenosis. But the most important aspects are the excipients and the coating technology itself. And here I would like to highlight a little bit more and discuss about drug retention and release control, and of course about drug layer uniformity. You can see here the SafePax technology from Cardionovum on the right side in comparison to a competitor. And what you can see is what I already mentioned. You can see this flaking, you can see these crystals going downwards, downstream. You could imagine what happens if this really reaches the microvascular bed on the left side. Then you have an outflow obstruction and a bad clinical situation. So the right side, you see what we would like to have: no flaking, no washout. The SafePax technology, the third generation, is a very unique drug-coated balloon. Of course, we talked about paclitaxel, restenosis prevention. I think this is evidence, we know it for sure. But we are talking here about the excipient, the ammonium salt, the drug retention and control release. I would like to highlight a little bit more, and the coating technology, the homogeneous amorphous coating. The paclitaxel itself, I think all of you are familiar with that. It's one of the most lipophilic drugs we have in medicine, except heparin, for example. It's a strong inhibition of stenosis with its cytotoxic action. We know that paclitaxel is safe, the efficacy is proven, and we have, of course, also shown this in many trials, and also the Cardionovum technology proved the efficacy within trials. The therapeutic window is not large for paclitaxel. We know that the therapeutic window is somewhere between 2 and 4 microgram per square millimeter. The Cardionovum DCB has a concentration of 3 microgram per square millimeter. Let's talk about the excipient, the ammonium salt. So the excipient itself is the matrix which brings the paclitaxel into the vessel wall. So it's absolutely important to have a very efficient transfer medium on the balloon so that the paclitaxel directly goes into the vessel wall. Paclitaxel without excipient has no bioavailability. We know this also from one drug-eluting balloon which does not have any excipient. There was no proof of efficacy for that balloon. The ammonium salt, which is on the Cardionovum technology, you can see here, it's a mixture based on a novel ammonium salt compound. You can see it here, it comes from shellac, a highly lipophilic substance. So it was a little bit updated, so it's slightly lipophilic as it's now on the balloon. The excipients which are on the market, you can see here. The hydrophilic DCBs are well known. They use urea, iopromid, sorbitol, so a lot of different drug-eluting balloons. The lipophilic drug-coated balloons are typical coated with BTHG. This is from Biotronic, and as mentioned, the Shellac product. And on the other hand, you see the balanced lipophilicity, the ammonium salt with minimal wash-off effect, no sticky effect, and a very effective drug release. So SafePAX is the technology which is behind the idea of the Cardionovum drug-eluting balloon. So the question is, how does this SafePAX with this coating comes onto the balloon? And we are talking about micropipetting application. This counts for most of the DCB, and this is how the SafePAX is brought on the balloon. And here you can see the coating technology itself. So the choice of the most suitable materials and the high fluidity of the matrix allows the balloon to be coated, folded by micropipetting. This micropipetting is the way how drug-eluting balloons in these days are efficiently coated with the different excipient and the paclitaxel. And here you can see how it works for the SafePAX technology, how nicely and very efficient the SafePAX is on the balloon in comparison to the right side where a non-pipetting technology was used. So let's compare the old crystalline coating technology with the new, the amorphous technology. You can see here the direct comparison. The device on the left side, the old one, the surface is white and dusty. On the right side, you see a transparent surface, no brittle power. And this is the big difference. So with that, you don't have flaking, you don't have the complexity of a washout phenomenon with this new amorphous generation of this drug-coated balloon technology. And with that, of course, we can enhance efficacy and, of course, safety. And here again, you can see the difference. There were no safety issues with the SafePAX in clinical trials and registries today. You see on the direct comparison between these balloons that there is no flaking on the Cardionovum technology, whereas on the right side, you see these microcrystals which are washed out. So the stability of this excipient is important, and low drug loss rate matters. So the question is there any ideal DCB available in the market? So based on that, what I showed you, definitely. And you see that efficacy and safety, these are the most important aspects of a drug-coated balloon. I showed you that the safety aspect with no washout problems, with no flaking, no obstruction of the microvascular bed. These are the real advantages of the SafePAX technology. So clinical evidence, of course, for the Cardionovum balloon was already showed, presented in clinical trials. So the clinical evidence from many trials are in place, including AV fistula, including peripheral artery disease. So a lot of different aspects where you can use the technology, very safe and very efficient. Thank you very much.